Cortex is the productivity stack. This is the stack you want to take for total mental energy, total mental dominance, total motivation, verbal fluency, focus, and the drive to get work done. Get the Cortex Nootropics stack at livecortex.com. Feel what it feels like to fire on all cylinders.
What's up, everybody, and thanks for watching. It's your boy Ryan Michael Ballo here to talk about nootropics, because that's what we talk about on this channel mostly. And I came across an interesting thread. Basically just a question on the nootropic subreddit that correlates to my experience with lion's mane over the course of the last almost 2 months of taking it. And so I kind of want to just talk about it. The basic premise of it, is asking if you take nerve growth factor or brain-derived neurotrophic factor facilitating nootropic compounds, do you start to experience like memories from when you were a kid? Because the idea is that brain-derived neurotrophic factor and nerve growth factor particularly seem to be enhanced in memory-centric regions of the brain, particularly the hippocampus, and particularly from the lion's mane mushroom, as well as Noopept. And so are you able to remember things like crazy things from when you were a kid? So I'm going to answer that question and talk about it because I have a little bit of experience with it so far, and my experience kind of can answer this guy's question, at least my anecdotal experience. So I'm going to get to that in just a second. Check us out on the web at livecortex.com, livecortex.com/blog. The Cortex Labs Nootropics podcast is at episode number 47 right now, 48 launching very soon. That's also at livecortex.com/blog. We've got 5 powerful nootropic products. Number 1, the Cortex stack, powerful pre-made stack. You want to turn the lights on, turn high-level cognitive function on. Buy a bottle of Cortex this weekend, guys, and sort of ongoing. Coupon code 5. If you're thinking about pulling the trigger on Cortex, coupon code 5 saves you $5. Get it now. Link is in the description below. We wrote 4 digital nootropic stack list instructional guides. Number 1, the nootropic stack for the business professional, all high-level business nootropic stacks: uridine, phenylpiracetam, oxiracetam, aniracetam, theocrine, alcar stacks. 2, the Noopept Pro Stack list. Look, if you want to learn about Noopept and get a whole bunch of Noopept stacks, just get that guide. 3, the racetam guide. If you want to learn everything you need to know about racetams plus a bunch of racetam stacks, get that guide. And if you're just brand new to nootropics and want to read a general stack-ridden nootropics instructional guide, these are all digital. Get smarter, better, faster. Lastly, we do nootropics consulting service. It's 40 minutes with me over a call on Skype or something, and then 15 additional email correspondences. Get all that good stuff at livecortex.com. Hey, coupon code 5 saves you $5 this weekend off at anything at the livecortex.com website. Get some nootropic stuff. Okay. So the question in the Reddit nootropics, the nootropics subreddit is: does anyone here start to remember random, old, long-forgotten memories when taking nerve growth factor or BDNF increasing compounds? What exactly is going on here? Are there broken and damaged neural connections containing these memories that are being repaired in the brain? Possibly. And maybe not broken, but possibly not connected. We know that memories are, memories and thoughts and ideas, and particularly things that might have happened in your past, are just connected through long, just complex groups of interconnected nerve cells that are connected via axons and dendrites and work in sort of a network. And when somehow, through blood flow issues, through other issues, through neurotransmitter issues, through brain damage issues, through brain atrophy issues, over time, either the connectivity between those cells, now I'm kind of just speculating, or the connectivity between sort of the rest of your brain and that group of 100 million, a million neurons or something, somehow has gone awry. I do think it's a signaling issue. I do think it's sort of, like you've got point A and then point B, and then between point A and point B you have, connections, and those connections have sort of gone funky. And so when you start to take things like lion's mane, which we know Aranaceous is like the nomenclature name for the lion's mane mushroom. We know it actually does go and stimulate the expression of nerve growth factor. Same thing with Noopept. Same thing to some extent with acetyl L-carnitine. That's something that folks don't talk about, but there's a study that demonstrates that giving rats Alcar stimulates the expression of nerve growth factor. And so this might truly be happening. That's kind of the overview. My own anecdotal experience with it is pretty in line with what this guy's trying to get to, because over the course of the last nearly 2 months, I've been experimenting less so with other nootropics. I still take other compounds, but I've really been trying to see what continued lion's mane does to me at 500 to 1,000 milligrams. And so in the first month of taking it, I definitely noticed that my verbal recall was a lot better than usual. Not my verbal fluency, because that's a different thing. A verbal recall is your ability to recall some of the things you might need to say And fluency is just your ability to kind of spit it all out very quickly and not have uhs and ahs and pauses and stuff like this. So my verbal recall substantially improved, it seemed, in the first month of taking Lion's Mane. But now in month 2, nearly at the end of month 2, I definitely am, I don't know if I'm remembering more things from like when I was between 5 and 11 years old or 5 and 15 years old, but I am thinking about them more. And they do seem a little crystal clear. Now, this could just be, I don't know. This could just be inconsequential, or it could be coincidental, or it could be otherwise arbitrary and not related to the nerve growth factor increases or changes from the Lion's Mane, but it could be. And my own anecdotal experience says that I think it is. I just never ordinarily think about my childhood and think about what was going on back then and try to remember random stuff when I was like skateboarding and doing kick flips with my buddy Mike, like at this foundation of a house that wasn't built yet that we always used to skate at called The Foundation. I was thinking about that recently, you know what I mean? And I never would have thought about it, and I remember the stuff in a lot more detail now. And so the answer is we don't know. But perhaps, yes, with nerve growth factor stimulating nootropic compounds, we are bridging the gap between where we are now in our consciousness and ability to remember things and that 100 million or million or so groups of neurons interconnected between axons and dendrites that comprise these older memories, okay? So pretty cool stuff. That's why I'm really truly into that kind of stuff these days. I still take all the racetams and modafinil, but I'm really getting focused on subtle nootropics that induce this kind of stuff, that express nerve growth factor, and that kind of get you like to remember things that you never otherwise would have thought of. So that's my anecdotal, that's my kind of answer on this thing. I hope that makes sense to folks. I hope that motivates folks to go out and give Lion's Mane a try. It's actually pretty awesome. Thanks for watching.
What's up, everybody? Thanks so much for watching. Ryan Michael Ballo here. Okay, I'm going to break down real quick for you our top 5 elite level nootropic products. Number 1, starting from the left, because we got to start from the left. The Cortex Nootropic Stack. That's basically a stack that turns the lights on. It's an everything stack. Some stacks are working for verbal fluency, motivation, mental energy, speed of processing. Cortex is everything. Just to give you an idea, I was running a company 18 hours a day when I was taking that stack. Then I formulated it into a pre-made stack. Very powerful for speed of processing, mental energy, motivation, and the drive to get work done. Secondly, that guide, that's a digital guide next to Cortex. It's called Nootropic Stacks for the Business Professional. 100 powerful stacks oriented specifically toward productivity and the kind of brain states you need to be a beast in being productive. Moving right along, the Racetam God Guide. That is a list of about 80 stacks of all the major racetams, all the powerful racetams we normally talk about: aniracetam, phenylpiracetam, oxiracetam, coliracetam, faciracetam, and more. It lays out complex, high-level stacks with all of those racetams. Then moving on to the Noopept Pro Stack list. The Noopept Pro Stack list is a giant list of oral, sublingual, and nasal spray Noopept stacks. If you want high-level nootropic stacks, high-level Noopept stacks that are brain state specific, download that digital guide. And then lastly, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around general sort of everything nootropics digital guide. Teaches you everything. Teaches you racetams, teaches you choline sources, teaches you modafinil, gives you very many stacks, shows you how to cycle. Very powerful digital guide. All of these guides are digital, so they're downloadable on a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android tablet, Kindle, anything you can think of, and there's also PDF versions of all of them available. Get them all at livecortex.com. Download those guides. You'll have them instantly. They are very powerful. And hey, if you really want a pre-made stack that turns on the lights that people from all around the world in different disciplines use to crank up brain performance, get a bottle of the Cortex stack. Thanks so much for being with me. Livecortex.com to get these elite level nootropic products, and rock on.